The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Andrew Rogers here on the Eagles Sports Network with Carson-Newman men's golf coach Randy Wylie as his team gets set to kick off the 2023 spring season. Coach, obviously the right way to finish the fall with the third place finish. You're back into the top 25. What can that momentum do from finishing the fall so strong help propel you to the start of a good spring?
Well, hopefully it'll be momentum for the spring. But, if you have a big, long break, you kind of wonder. So we've got to I think we had good preparation. We haven't had great weather, but we've had enough good weather that we've taken advantage of to make me feel like we're ready to go. And hopefully there will be that momentum. But, when you have 3 months off, it's a daunting task to feel like, hey, I've got the same game. But I really like the group we have going, very experienced, tough team. Most of the guys that were playing down in Florida at the last event. So we're just really excited about it going forward. Our whole spring schedule is fantastic, and we're starting in the deep end of the pool. We're starting with a bunch of the top teams in the country will be at this one, so we better be ready.
Obviously, you mentioned the time off, and yes, that tournament was in November. Now we're talking the end of February. You're going to get started again. What have you seen in training with these guys' swing and the preparation to get ready for the spring, and that's maybe carried over from the fall?
I see just a really highly motivated group of confident, tough-minded players. Yeah. And, that's kind of the type of team we want to have is a tough, competitive team of talented guys, and I feel like we have that. And they've battled through some tough weather to prepare properly, and we've shot some good scores around here at home. Getting ready for the tournament, and we expect to go down there and play well.
I'll ask you that weather question. Obviously, here in Jefferson City, it can range from mid-30s, low 40s to sometimes in the 60s, but then you're going to go down to Florida, and it's going to be nice weather, maybe sunshine, maybe even in the 70s. I don't know what the weather's going to be there, but does that play a factor in these guys? And obviously, there's a good bit of experience on this team. They've been through this, but is that difficult training in colder weather or maybe indoors and then having to go play outside to the normal golf weather you're used to?
I think it's exciting. I see it as nothing but a positive. Our guys are excited to go to Florida. We're playing against a bunch of Florida schools that have been playing in great weather, but I haven't heard any complaints from my guys. They're ready to get down there. It's going to be high around 80, which they're excited about, and they're just looking at it as an opportunity, not as a negative or even a challenge. They're just saying, hey, this is great. We get to go play in some great weather against the best teams in the country. Let's get it on.
First time you'll play in the St. Leo Invitational since 2019. You had one golfer play that's still on the roster from that Invitational, and Jake Minot. So what can his experience, having played there before, help this team, and what makes this course challenging?
Jake, his experience will help us. I coached there several years. We played there several years in a row. So I think we'll more be relying on my experience coaching there. And in some of the finishes we had there were fantastic, actually. We've played really well on that golf course. It's a long course, but it has 4 reachable par 5s, and that's been kind of a strength of our team. And I think we can take advantage of those holes. And Jake's experience will help us some, but that was pretty early on in his freshman career. I don't know how much of that he actually even remembers on a hole-by-hole basis. Yeah. But I know he remembered it as being a great experience. So we're just looking forward to going down there and playing. And I've coached there, like I said, several times, so I feel really comfortable about my ability to kind of guide and coach them through it.
This is the first spring tournament for this team until you get to the end when it's the South Atlantic Conference tournament. What do you want to see in Tournament 1 that kind of sets the stage for what was a strong finish to the fall and a really good spring?
Well, I'd like to keep that momentum going that we had, but like I said, it's a little tricky to say, oh, yeah, it was so long ago. But what I've seen here at home gives me a lot of confidence and hope and trust that these guys are building something, and they're getting better and better, and they do feel that momentum from the fall.
That's head coach Randy Wylie. I'm Andrew Rogers for the Eagles Sports Network.